Hey guys, it's Keaton again with 8-Bit Pepper Channel. I just got sent a package in the mail yesterday. I looked them all over, all the peppers, and just washed them off. I'm gonna be doing like an unboxing video for this. So let's get started with it. These were sent by Seeingredpeppers on Instagram. His name's Mike. He's really cool for sending these to me. He actually grows the peppers stateside here in the US for Chubby's Chilies on Instagram, or also known as Lewis Martin. And they reached out and wanted me to kind of do a review / taste test on some of these peppers, so I appreciate that a lot. I'll have their links to their Instagram accounts in the description box, but let me start showing off some of these pods. These first three are going to be Warped Reality. So this is F4 peppers. So they're on their 4th generation. They've got a pretty cool tail end there. And a nice size to them too. So props to Mike for the grow. Turned out to be really cool looking peppers. So that's Warped Reality, those two, and then the third one. Kind of show that off. All of them got a really nice size and pretty awesome looking tail. I mean, look at that size of my palm in comparison. That's a pretty big pepper. And then the next one, there is actually 5 different variants or colors, phenotypes, whatever you prefer I call them. But this is a pepper that Lewis Martin's been working on for a while, it sounds like. This is on F3. This is a Ruby Lightspeed. And if you haven't heard about this yet, this is a chocolate Primatali Orion cross. And it's got a sick looking tail on it. And the colors, like one side's red and then the other side just switches to a nice ruby color. This is the ruby variant, and there's 2 more. This one, and I just washed them off, so if you see a glisten on them, the water is why. Just wanted to make sure I got good shots of the peppers clean, didn't want any dirt or anything. He's in a rush to send them to me, and I don't blame him for not getting to washing them off at all. They came pretty clean. He just told me I should probably wash them, so. But this goes from that to that. So that's the ruby variant. And then there's a red variant where the whole thing is red. This is kind of where the Primatali look comes in, for me anyway, where it's kind of more elongated, the stinger at the end there, and then another red one here. Got pretty cool shape and size to these peppers in comparison to my palm. Again, there you go. So that's the red variant. And then my personal favorite of all of these is the mustard variant. So size comparison to my palm here. It's a pretty massive pepper. And then it's got a nice shade there and a dark shade there. That's my personal favorite. And then the stem to it, or the calyx, is huge. And this one's like pretty giant too. That's the other mustard variant they sent. Like I said, they are still a little wet. I just washed them off, so bear with me. The next variant here is the purple cream, is what it's called. So it's got a nice shade of purple followed by like a peachy color. Purple cream, that's the first one. And then this one actually has a really awesome looking stinger on it. Right there. Really cool. And then Mike said this was an orange variant, but I just want to make sure that I'm not showing off to the next peppers actually that they sent, or that Mike sent up from Seeingredpeppers. So I believe this is an orange variant. Really cool. So that's the orange. All right, and then, so the next pepper, I believe he called it his Silk Cross. Chubby's Chilies did, or Lewis Martin, sorry. It's a white tie crossed with a vampire, which creates a dark night, is what I believe he called it. And then the orange phenos here are dark nights crossed with golden primatolli crossed with jigtollies. So there's two different variants for that. If I can grab the bigger of the two. So this is the same pepper as this as far as crosses. They just look completely different. And Seeingredpeppers actually said they taste completely different too. So I'll have to do a comparison video for these two for sure. Because it's hard to believe that something that looks so gnarly as this, you know, can taste, but it's the same exact cross. Just two different color variants, or shape variants. So, I think in this video, I'm actually gonna eat one of these Ruby Lightspeeds. Let me show them all three at once if I can here. Let me know which ones you would have ate, or which pepper you would choose. I think I'm gonna go with this one, but let me get it cut open. I'll show you the interior of this. I'm not an expert. Sometimes I kind of rush myself into cutting something. So I'll see if I can't take my time here and really get a good cut. Immediately upon cutting it, you get that chinense aroma. Quite a few seeds too. Not a giant placenta, but it's kind of got the traits, at least in my experience, of the chocolate primatolli. The placenta is not the giant portion of the pepper, but quite a few seeds for what you're seeing here. Maybe I'll take a couple out. He said I could probably ask, and before I do anything with growing them, I already kind of talked to Chubby's Chilies. I didn't ask about the seeds, but if he tells me I can't, I'll just discard them. I won't be growing these for anybody but myself if I were to grow them. I've already got a pretty full shelf, but these are pretty cool, and you know, I figure if he says it's all right, why not add to the collection here? It's hard to do this without gloves on, so bear with me. Originally wasn't planning on eating one of these, but they look so good and the peppers are so sweet, like, just gotta know what they taste like. They're new to me and new to the chili world, I think. I don't think he's released these to anybody, so other than Mike in the US. Let's see. Try not to take too many out. And inevitably a little bit of the placenta got taken out, so I mean, it's not a giant portion though. I'll re-show the pepper for everybody to see. But anyway. So this is the Lightspeed F3, the ruby color. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Thanks for watching another video. Up to like 890 something subscribers as of right now. So thanks for your support, and let's get to it. So I can tell you right now, you can taste the chocolate primatale notes. It's starting to burn like a chocolate primatale right now. It's kind of a slow creep right now. Get the rest of it. So the placenta to this pepper may not have looked like much, but it's definitely where I would say 70 to 80% of the heat's now kicking in from. That first initial bite wasn't too bad. Didn't have too much of that capsaicin oil maybe. But that second bite there, that's where the heat's all centralized. It's a nice mellow burn right now, kind of coming on slowly, but it's definitely there. It's not a beginner pepper. It may look innocent enough if you don't look at the stinger, I guess, but it's a hot pepper, and probably sitting at about 4 right now. It's already climbed to about a 4. That's a pretty hot pepper. I ate both of those peppers in my last video, in the Vicious Red and Tiberius Mahler Red. They got me to about a 5 between the two of them, and this has already got me to a 4. And I feel like it's not done climbing, of course. It's relatively slow onset, it seems. I never tried an Orion pepper, but I have tried many chocolate primatales, and I know the notes for that, or the taste and flavor notes and everything, kind of show off here. It's got that burn the inside of your mouth vibe to it. Not so much the back of my throat, really, until a little bit later on, which, as I'm saying that, slowly kind of creeping towards there. It wants to burn you. Chocolate pods kind of sting a little bit more to me than red pods usually. Red pods are more of a like localized burn, and they stay there, and they don't necessarily let up at all, and they kind of come on strong, which initially it didn't. So maybe that's part of the Orion, but it's definitely got some heat. I don't know if it's gonna kind of climb any more than it currently is. I think I'm between a 4 and a 5, so definitely a hot pod. As far as flavor notes, let's see. Kind of had an earthy taste, a little bit of an earthy taste, a little bitter, almost a bittersweet though. Kind of had a lot going on there. Now my nose is starting to run. Let's see. If I had to rate the overall intensity of the burn as far as how it was burning, I'd probably say it was creeping, and then it kind of shot. It kind of did like, not necessarily this, but more of a line graph kind of going in a mountainous direction, like a hill. Kind of went up like that, and then it kind of stayed like this, and it's kind of going back down now. So definitely a hot pepper I would want to grow anyway. I mean, if you like hot peppers, and chocolate primatale, I grow that in my grow tent, so this is definitely one of those peppers I'm intrigued by. And if Lewis Martin says I can grow these, with the few seeds that I saved, I'll definitely grow them. Just finding room. That's kind of where I'm at. I don't live on a farm, I live in a neighborhood, so the backyard's not that big. So out of 10, I know somebody asked me in the last video, when I do a out of 10, that's essentially how much my pain tolerance can handle. So I just said about a 4 or 5. I don't remember the person's name that commented it, but essentially that's what I'm doing, is I'm rating 1 being least painful to 10 being as high of a pain as I could handle. It's hard to ever go in the direction of 8, 9, 10 because there's hot sauces that I've tried that are way hotter. There's like the Warthog. It sent me to like a 7 or an 8 in the first video, I think, or maybe it was the second full Warthog. One of those was vicious. So, and maybe it's because I ate that, my tolerance got up so much higher, but I digress. So, this was an unboxing of some really awesome peppers, I feel like. Thanks so much, Seeing Red Peppers, or Mike at Seeing Red Peppers, for sending and growing these. And thanks for reaching out, Lewis Martin, and having me be a taste tester for some of these. This was a unboxing slash taste test of the Ruby Lightspeed F3. This is one of the other ones, and the other one. So thanks everybody for watching.